Toastmaster Hani.
Okay, happy morning, everyone.
Happy
Happy
morning.
morning.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
Glad to see you in Saturday morning. So here, am I visible? I already opened the screen yet.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so glad to see you here in our SCBD Toastmasters meeting in Saturday morning, not Sunday morning, because Sunday morning is already in the only Maroon 5 that have. So I'm open on behalf in SAA Toastmaster Alvin. So I will be the SAA in Saturday morning. We have a house rules. First, please be on time and room is open in 30 minutes before the meeting starts. And let's follow the time given in an agenda. And second, identify yourself properly. Please rename yourself according to the following format for Toastmaster. Example, Toastmaster and your name and your club. And for guests, please rename yourself as a G and your name. And the third, turn on your camera. Make sure your face is within the video frame. And fourth, keep your microphone on mute. Your microphone whenever you are not speaking, when it's the turn to speak, and just remember to unmute your microphone. And five, be fully present and have fun, pay attention and participate actively. Use the chat box to leave and feedbacks or encouragement to the speakers. Without further ado, let's welcome our Mr. President Toastmaster Andika. Over to you.
Thank you, Miss SAA. I would like you to unmute yourself. Please repeat after me. Happy morning.
Happy
Happy
Good
morning.
morning.
I love all the spirit. Although in Indonesia, especially in Jakarta right now, it's raining, but we can always see your spirit of joining here. And welcome to SCBD Toastmasters Club. And I would like to also welcome our past international director, distinguished Toastmaster Tom. Thank you so much for coming here. And also, I would like to say thank you for joining us, Mr. President of Metropolitan Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Wilson, and also Toastmaster Nanda, the president of Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters Club, and also Toastmaster Febri, the president of Gunung Sewu Kencana Toastmasters. And I would like also to greet the VPE of Gunung Sewu Kencana Toastmasters Flow, and also my beloved SCBD Toastmasters Club members and distinguished guests. So welcome to SCBD Toastmasters Club, and we are here. We have been here since 2005, and our club mission is to provide guidance in achieving education and progress. And also, we provide you member-centric mentoring program, and we also provide a warm club environment. Now, I know that actually before Ramadan, before March, we always have our meeting on Friday evening. But now for March and April, especially in the middle of April, we would like you to join us every Saturday morning from 8:55 a.m. GMT +7. And we always have this online during the March and April. But then after Ramadan month is over, we will have our hybrid meeting back in the game. So tonight, or no, not tonight, this morning we will have a joyful time. And before that, I would like to ask our guest here, guest Dean Arista or Tita. Hi, guest Tita, how are you?
Hi, I'm very well today.
All right. So is this your first time to join a Toastmasters meeting?
Yes, of course, this is first time, and I intend to become a member of Toastmaster actually, but I still wait and watching about of your presentation, I think.
Okay, nice. Thank you so much. I would love to have you in our club. So I guess I believe that we want to make this ball rolling, and let's start a game. And I would like to give the control to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Nanda.
Hi, Toastmaster Andika. Thank you for presenting me. Happy morning! Finally, I can say happy morning in the morning.
That's true. Happy morning.
Morning.
Yes, happy morning, everyone. I'm Nanda, and today I'm gonna be our Toastmaster of the meeting. Wow, I'm very happy to see a beautiful smile in a beautiful day. Actually, in my house, it's not raining, so it's very bright, like you see here. And I hope this meeting will also bright, even though the theme is time to surrender. Talking about surrender, maybe before I introduce the GE, I will ask a bit about surrender. Anyone wants to give your experience? When is the time to surrender? Anyone? Oh, yes, DTM Tom. What is the time to surrender? You are still muted.
Madam Toastmaster, in my experience, I find that sometimes you have to surrender to win. Sometimes you have to let go in order to win.
Okay. Could you explain the specific what kind of surrender if we want to do that before to get our win?
Well, one should always be persistent. One should always continue and move forward. But sometimes you run up against an immovable object. And in that event, you could keep bumping your head to no avail. So sometimes you have to go around it or you have to do something else. But you have to choose and know when to surrender, because some games you cannot win. So the only way to win is not to play.
Yeah. Wah, yeah. I couldn't agree more with this. I heard that sometimes it's okay to take one step far than to get two step closer. Thank you, DTM Tom. And anyone others? Maybe from our guests here? Oh, we have Toastmaster, soon to be Toastmaster Farah Sabrina. Are you available to speak?
Yes.
Okay. Soon to be Toastmaster Farah, is it your first time coming to Toastmaster meeting?
No, it's my fourth time.
Oh, wow. I cannot wait to see your performance as a member. Soon to be Toastmaster Farah, would you mind to share with us what is the time to surrender from your version?
Oh, okay. I think the right time to surrender is when we cannot figure out everything what we are doing. So we don't see anything in front of us. So about we're not sure that it's going to be right. So I think it's time to surrender.
Yeah. I do agree with you. Like sometimes surrender doesn't mean that we give up. We just need to take a rest for a while. Thank you, soon to be Toastmaster Farah. Yes, it's time to surrender. Especially before the Ramadan, sometimes we just need to let go all the things that we couldn't win or we want to take a break. That's very okay to surrender because sometimes it takes strength for us to control and trust the universe to guide us on our journey. And it also reminds us that we don't need to have all of the answer in this world for all of the outcome. So surrender also give us a room for growth, new experience, and unexpected blessing in our lives. So without any further ado, we learn how to surrender in these beautiful meetings. And I will not work alone to make this meeting goes well. I need my team here, and before that, I will call the GE for our general evaluator for today's. He is Toastmaster. DTM Tom Jones as our general evaluator. Please, DTM Tom, introduce your team. The screen is yours.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster. It is an honor to be here tonight to serve as your general evaluator. The team is composed of 3 evaluators, and the first evaluator is Toastmaster Adrian, who will be for Toastmaster Wira. The second speech is Toastmaster Seifel, who will also have an evaluator, Toastmaster Donna. And our third evaluator will be Toastmaster Fabri, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Flo. And now we'll have the functionary roles to introduce themselves and their role. The timer is Toastmaster Florentina. Please share your role.
Yes, Mr.
You're
Flores.
muted, Toastmaster Florentina. Yes.
Okay. Am I audible?
We can hear you now.
Okay. Happy morning, everyone. My name is Flo, and today I'll be your timer. In order to be eligible for voting, speakers need to finish the speech within the time allocation. So for today, the prepared speech will be in 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will turn the green screen. At 60 minutes, it will into yellow. And at 7, it will be at red. At this point, speaker need to finish in less than 30 seconds. Then for table topics, it will be in 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will turn the green screen. At 1 minute 30 seconds into yellow. And at 2 minutes into red. At this point, speakers need to finish in less than 30 seconds. Finally, for the evaluation, will be in 2 and 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will turn the green screen. At 2 minutes 30 seconds into yellow. And at 3 minutes into red. At this point, speakers need to finish in less than 30 seconds. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, our Toastmaster Flo. And now, our R counter and word of the day counter is Toastmaster Wilson. Please explain your role.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Tom. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, happy morning! My name is Wilson.
Morning.
I am your and word of the day counter. When we are speaking, we often focus on the big things. We focus on how we deliver our speech. We focus on what kind of ideas we want to give. And most of the time, we would like to forego the small things, which are the filler words. But it is from our perspective only. From the audience's perspective, our and filler words usage will become prominent, and if it's not controlled, people will somehow criticize the way we speak. And my duty for today is exactly to help you reduce the filler words. Now, my role is, as I have said before, to count the and other filler words that you are using. For example, and some repeated words, as well as counting the usage of the word of the day. The word of the day is surrender. Surrender is a verb. It basically means to give up control to other people. Like some people said earlier, when it's the time to give up, it's when you want to let go of something. Now, I would like to give my report at the end of the session during the general evaluation session. So thank you very much. Back to you, distinguished Toastmaster Tom.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And now, our grammarian, Toastmaster Dita, will explain the role.
Happy morning, fellow Toastmaster and guests.
And for today's meeting, I will take a role as the grammarian. And for the grammarian, our responsibility to listen carefully to all of the speaker, especially for their language use. And I will take a note of any grammatical error in the speech, but don't afraid because I'm also learning from the speech from all of the structure in the grammarian. And also, I will capture any remarkable words or thought that used during the speech. And I will also note for everyone that using the word of the day. This is surrender. So it's all as the grammarian. Back to our general evaluator, TTM Tom. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Data. And now I will surrender the floor to our ballot counter, Toastmaster Leonie.
Happy morning. My name is
Yeah.
Leonie and I'll be your ballot counter for today. And as a ballot counter, I will consolidate all the voting polls that will be given throughout this meeting session for the best favorite prepared speaker and for the best table topic speaker and for the favorite evaluators. So please, I encourage all of you to submit all of your polls today, and I will give the report back as a Hall of Fame today at somewhere at the end of the meeting. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Leonie. And now I'll surrender the floor back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Nanda.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Tom, for your introduction, the roles and the teams. Yes, we start the game. We start the meeting. For the first session, we have 3 sessions here. The first one is prepare speech, evaluation, and table topic, and then evaluation. Without any further ado, we start the prepare speech. We have 3 speakers today, and I'm gonna call the first speakers evaluator, Toastmaster Adrian. Toastmaster Adrian, are you available to introduce the speakers?
Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster Landa, for me to introduce our speaker. So happy morning, my fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. It is my honor to introduce our speaker, Toastmaster Wira, with a profound dedication to financial literacy. He is definitely epitomized the essence of today's working today, surrender. However, in this case, surrender does not imply defeat, but rather a commitment to engross knowledge in the realm of is going to deliver Project 1 Level 2, writing with a purpose. The objective is for Toastmaster Wira to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. So please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Wira Anindya-Guna, who will undoubtedly enlighten us with his insight to take control of our financial future. The title is Empowering Indonesia, the Urgency of Financial Literacy. Toastmaster Wira, screen is yours.
Thank you, everyone. So, yeah, I'm just gonna start. So, first of all, thank you for the introduction, TMIGN, and happy morning, my fellow Toastmasters. But before we get down to the business, the main topic that I want to elaborate, let's kick things off with a bit of a movie magic. So, picture this. You snuggled up on the couch, popcorn in hand, ready for a movie marathon. And what better flick to start with than The Pursuit of Happiness, starring the incomparable Will Smith? Now, if you haven't seen it, you're in for a treat. It's this true story of Chris Gardner, a struggling salesman who faces homelessness while trying to provide for his young son. Sounds familiar? So, life can really throw some curveball, but it's how we swing that bat that counts. So now let's fast forward to the bustling streets of Jakarta. Imagine that you're strutting your stuff, feeling like you've got the world at your feet. But wait, what's that lurking in the shadow? It's a sneaky problem that's been flying under the radar for far too long. It's called financial literacy. Yep, you heard me right. According to a survey by the Financial Services Authority of Indonesia, or uh, more universally known as OJK for Indonesian, less than half of our buddies in Indonesia know how to handle their finances. And let me tell you, it's causing more chaos than a monkey in a banana factory. But fear not, my friends, because here's the juicy bit. Knowing how to handle money is like having a secret weapon in your back pocket. It's the key to unlocking doors you never even knew that existed. Plus, it's tied to some big goals like ending poverty and making life a little fairer for everyone. Talk about a power move, right? Now, let me hit you with a little story time. So, imagine your mom and dad, they're hustling their way through life like there's no tomorrow. But even with all the hard work, they found themselves knee deep in financial quicksand because, well, let's just say that they were a few fries short of a happy meal in the money management department. Sounds familiar? Yeah, especially for me, it's very familiar. So trust me, you're not alone if you feel this situation is familiar. But hey, every cloud has a silver lining, and their struggles really inspired me to spread the word about handling money like a pro. And guess what? It's not just their problems, it's everyone's problem. There are millions of people in Indonesia from all walks of life who are feeling the same pinch. But fear not, my friends, because where there's a problem, there's always be a solution. So by joining forces and diving deeper into the world of money, we can turn those financial frowns upside down faster than you can say cash flow. So I want to tell you this. Here's our game plan. Let's team up together and roll up our sleeve and start learning more about handling money like the seasoned pros. So together we can turn those financial nightmares into sweet dreams of a bright tomorrow. So, ready to dive into the world of money smarts? I bet you are. But hey, let's not stop there. While we're on the topic, did you know that financial literacy isn't just about balancing your checkbook? It's also about understanding how to make your money work for you, whether it's in investing in the stock market, starting your own business, or maybe saving up for that dream vacation if you want to go to Bali, Hawaii, or even for a pilgrimage journey like Umrah or Haji. So having a solid game of financial concepts can really open up a world of opportunities. And I really want that to happen and be experienced by our fellow Indonesians all across the country. And speaking of possibilities, let me share another little nugget with you. So, did you know that studies have shown a strong correlation between financial literacy and overall well being? That's right. When you know how to manage your money effectively, you're not just setting yourself up for a financial success, you're also reducing stress, improving relationship, and boosting your overall quality of life. Now, I would say that it's a win-win situation. Do anybody agree with me? Yeah. So if everybody agreed with me, I want to stop with the steer stuff because I think I've already talked about a lot about the serious stuff and it could be boring. So let's lighten the mood with a little bit of a joke, shall we? So I have one joke to tell you guys about. So why did the banker switch career? Anyone have the answer?
Stress.
Okay. So the answer is because he lost interest. Get it? Lost interest, like in banking, like when you try to get a loan, lost interest. Yeah, I know. All right, it's a really bad joke. I'm not good in this, so I'm gonna leave the joke to the professionals. But hey, the point is, money doesn't have to be boring. With the right attitude and a little know-how, you can turn financial management into a fun and rewarding adventure. So, in conclusion, my friends, let's make a pact today. Let's commit to becoming financial superheroes armed with knowledge, wisdom, and healthy dose of humor. So together we can tackle financial literacy head on and pave the way for a brighter, more prosperous future for ourselves as Indonesian and our friends in the global citizen. So last but not least, thanks a million for joining me on this journey. Now go forth and conquer the world, one rupee at a time. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Wira. Wow, an awesome speech. I really like when you mention about financial superhero and how to make money work from you. Yes, wow, it's very amazing that I'm thinking about retirement. So yeah, I need to think how to make the money works for me. Thank you, Toastmaster Wira, for your speech. Okay, so let's gonna call the second speakers. It's gonna be Toastmaster. Oh wait, Toastmaster Nabila and sorry, the second speaker will be who? Yes, Toastmaster Nabila, and she will be evaluated by Toastmaster Shaiful. So without any further ado, I'm gonna call Toastmaster Shaiful. Toastmaster Shaiful.
Yeah. Happy morning, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, our second speaker is Toastmaster Nabila. Our project is level 1, project 3, into vocal variety and body language, where speaker can learn to recognize the impact of vocal variety and identify changes in pitch, tone, and volume and pace, as well as when and how to effectively use body language and gesture to enhance a presentation. The title of her speech is Our Silent Killer. But sometimes chaos can effectively be our killer. But for today, Toastmaster Nabila, silent could be our killer. So it's pleasure to introduce our second speaker, Toastmaster Nabila, our silent killer. Our silent killer, Toastmaster Nabila. Screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Shaiful. All right, so happy morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Happy morning.
Okay, to begin this beautiful day, I would like to ask you a question. Does anybody here aware of how long do we sit in a day? Okay, I'll make it like an auction. 7 hours? Does anybody here stand for 7 hours? Come on. Who agree? No, 8 hours? 1, 2. No, 9 hours. How about 9? 10, 11? 11, okay. So 11, 12, 13. All right, so for today, I'm going to talk about our silent killer. Does anybody here wants to volunteer to surrender our laziness and get up? Stand up with me while I'm delivering my speech. Okay, I see Toastmaster Andy carries up. Come on, anybody else? Just 5 or 7 minutes. Come on. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your participation. Okay, so let's count it. We are working for about 8 or maybe 9 hours. And it is mostly, I believe, mostly done by sitting. Am I right? So let's say it is 7 hours only sitting for working. And then we also do commuting, right? We commute and it can take about 1 or 2 hours. If it is 2 hours for 2 ways from the home to the office and then get back home, it means that 7 plus 2, which is 9 hours a day, is spent by sitting. And we haven't counted time that we spend for eating, for example, or having conversation with our family, with our friends. I believe we done that by sitting, right? So if it takes about 12 hours a day for us to be seated, it means that we spend half of our lives sitting. Oh my God. Can you imagine that? I think it is very terrible. We spend half of our life by sitting. And, this habit is very, very, very consequential. According to research, there are risks for our mental and health condition if we are sitting too much. For example, the first one is reduced metabolic rate. So what is it? Let's start from the basic. Metabolism is the process of converting the food that we eat into the energy that we use to do the things that we are doing. Also for our vital body function, like breathing or circulating the blood. And if we are sitting too much, it means that this rate will go down. And the result is excessive amount of energy that will be stored in our body as fat. So that's how it came to obesity. And it's also the same for diabetes type 2. It is for the case of people that like sugar. And the second thing is sitting too much also increase our risk of mental problems. It is because the hormones that needs to be regulated in our body is not in balanced position. For example, cortisol, it is the hormone for stress. When it is not regulated properly, it can make us feel anxious or mood swing. Okay, it's just 2 examples. And the third one is, it's very dangerous because it can also lead to a poor circulation of our blood. When we are sitting, we only stay there with the same pose for a long time. And you know what? The blood flow from our heart to our brains, to our hands, to our legs. It will also slow down. Can you imagine that? While it is going to slow down, the flexibility of our blood vessels is also decreased. So it will increase the risk of mortality. Oh my God. I believe we don't want to be in that position. The adverse condition is terrible. So there is only one thing that we can do to reverse this condition, which is to start being active, to increase our physical activities. We can do it by conducting a standing meeting like this, right? Or walk outside. Or what else? I believe everybody here knows how to increase our physical movement. We can also take a walk if the distance that we are going to is not very far, right? Instead of using the online ride, why do we just walk in there? If it is only 1 kilometer, for example. Okay, so from this now on, I really want anybody here to come with me. Let's surrender our laziness and be active. Okay, that's all from me. Happy morning. Oh, you may sit down now. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nabila. Actually, now I'm a half of stand up, like the squat jump or something like that. Yes, I couldn't agree more with you. Like Toastmaster Nabila said, it's not for me. It's not the time to surrender because we need to keep our body health. And I just didn't realize how important to stand up and commuting while you do the work until I got my back pain. So don't follow my way. Just try to keep your health before you get the sickness. Okay, so yes, for the we already have the timer. The timer raise her hand, her virtual hand, so all speakers and all participants can see her right now. And let's move to the last speakers. Today it's gonna be Toastmaster Hani, and she will be evaluated by Toastmaster Febri. So please welcome Toastmaster Febri. Toastmaster Febri, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting. My name is Febriadi, and today I will be acting as the evaluator of Toastmaster Hani. Her project is Level 1, Part 4, Project 4.2 of Evaluation and Feedback, the second speech. The purpose of her speech is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting, and also to demonstrate his or her ability to deliver an effective and respectful speech. And so, without further ado, I would like all of us to welcome Toastmaster Hani Wurdiansa with her speech title of The Brighter Side. The Brighter Side, Toastmaster Hani. The screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Febri. Let me share the screen first. Is that visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
This morning, I want to ask first for you, participant in here. Does anyone in here love watch movie? And what's your favorite movie? Please mention in the chat box. Titanic. Okay. I think all of you love watch movie and your interest movies. Thank you for sharing. And I want to share that I was remember 2 years ago, I have one of my mentor, he is from marketing background, asked me, Honey, what's your hobbies? I love watch movies, sir. Okay, I will share one of movie, and after that, you can tell the moral story and you can learn from it. Now, I will tell you that one of my recommendation movie from him is The Shawshank Redemption. The main character is Andy Dufresne. He was a banker. One day, he came from home with the drum and bring the bottle. He was shocked to see his wife and lover murdered, but unfortunately, when the police came, Andy was called. He became a suspect and was sentenced to 20 years in the prison for the death. He was shocked and firmly convinced that he was not the perpetrator that he didn't have strong supporting evidence to prove that he's innocent and accepted to be punishment. While in prison, he was treated badly. The prison environment was very harsh. Andy chose to work in a factory near the prison. Then he was also asked by one of Warden Norton, employed to help him carrying out money laundering, tax embezzlement as a treat. But Andy didn't give up. He believed that he looked for other ways to free from the prison. One day, he transferred to the new prison, namely Shawshank, where he met a new friend named Tommy. Tommy told him that there was a suspect who had been imprisoned here for the death of a woman and a man whose story was related from Andy's story, namely the death of his wife in several years ago. So Andy believed that there is strong evidence to can be freed from the prison. While in the prison, he worked in the library. Also, he helping with the book administration and met another friend. The name is Red. Red also knows how to find a new things. One day, Andy met Red. Hi, Red. Nice to meet you. Could you help me to bring some things, little things, a wire or a delicate knife to do something? Yes, Andy, I can help you. I can bring all the things that you want. I will bring you later. You know what? Andy find another opportunity to create the hole in his room in the prison. He used it from a small delicate knife wire to create a small whole room and bring it with the clothes, the poster, with the red poster calendar after he create a hole. At the time, he use it every day. He worked hard every day, start from small things until 20 years. Can you imagine 20 years? And at that time, he already prepared, bring all the concrete evidence to prove to the Norton that was a murder. Who has slandered and was behind all this? At the time, in the same time, after the hole is big, Andy can go far away and get out from the prisoners. Dear my fellow Toastmaster and esteemed guests, that movie I got a lesson that I need to share to all of you is between hope and time. Sometimes we see there is a moment that will bring you down and it looks like not unfair, but you always believe there is a hope that will bring you to prove to go outside from the problem. And it will happen to you at the right time. So I concluded that there are three important value points that can be learned to take it into our life. First, keep on persistence. Do you remember when Andy found a clue from a delicate small knife? He creates starts from small things until big things in the 20 years. So remember, we keep doing the persistent, what we are doing right now, start from small things, it will give a big result later. And second, focus on solution. Andy has a big problem, a suspect, a punishment, and also forced to have money laundering in prison. And he try solution start from what, why, and how to do that. And the third, find good friends. In Shawshank prison, he found two good friends that helped him to get out from the prison. So ladies and gentlemen, if life brings us down and have a lot of problems, remember that we always have a hope to look at the bright side. and the bright side will come to you to help us to find solution. It will at the right time. Back to Madam Tom.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hani. Wow, it's an interesting movie. I haven't watched it, but yes, maybe after this I will watch it. I really like the solution and when you say time and hope. Yes, there is always have a chance to get the solution. Just stay strong. What I'm gonna say. Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Hani, for your recommendation movie and the meaning behind that. Okay, that's all the speakers for today. So I want to call our timer report. Timer report, Toastmaster Florentina.
Hi, thank you, DTM Nanda. Both Wira and Nabila are eligible for voting, but sadly not for Toastmaster Hani. It was 7 minutes 40 seconds.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Florentina. I'm not the TM yet, actually. Thank
Yes.
you. Hopefully soon.
Sorry.
Okay, that's very okay. That's very okay. Yes. Okay. This is the link from our ballot counter, Toastmaster Leonie. So please vote your most favorite speaker, and we have 1 minute of silence. Thank you. Okay. Anyone already vote? Okay. I just got a message from PPE that we can continue for the session. Yes. Let's we move to the next session, table topic session. This is my most favorite session for today because I love all of the session, but we have chance to participate and doing our best for a short speech. Without any further ado, let me call our table topic masters for today, Toastmaster Akila. Toastmaster Akila, where are you?
Hi.
Hi, the screen.
Hi, right. Cool. Thank you, Mr. Nanda. Hi, everyone. Are you doing just fine? I hope you're doing just fine, though. Cool. All right. So the second session of the day will be the table topic. As we have several guests here, I will explain a little bit about table topic session itself. So basically, everyone in here can join table topics. You will be given 1 to 2 minutes for an impromptu speech based on the prompt that will be given to you. You can choose to agree, disagree, or just share any of your personal story regarding to the prompt. And once again, all participants in this meeting is eligible to join the session. So if you are the guest, or if you are the visiting Toastmaster, or you are the Toastmaster itself, you are all eligible to join the session. So, all right. So here I have 6 team for the table topics. Anyone wants to volunteer? All right. Or I will just choose. Or Toastmaster Donna, do you want to try?
I'd like to start.
Okay, cool. Any of any of this team that you want to choose?
Number 4, embracing the flow state.
All right, embracing the flow state. So it's basically letting go of rigid or non-flexible ideas and embracing the unknown can lead to unexpected inspirations. It's similar to how surrender is having the connection with like creativity and stuff. Are you ready, Mas Donna? Okay, the screen is yours.
Sorry, let me think. And don't time me yet.
No worries. Do you want me here?
I just let go of. No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I just let go of a. I just let go of a very dear idea to mine. Initially, I was going to talk about the avatar and the actual avatar state since it's the ultimate flow state. But I think there's something more near and dear to me, which was letting go of my upbringing. I just moved out just out of my own volition at the very, very ripe age of 28. I moved out 12 kilometers away from home, which is what in miles? That's around 6 miles away from home, in hopes that I would become closer to everyone. And one of the biggest push factors of me doing that was to let go of three things, which was my car and my home and the support of my family. Before I'd always be like, well, I'd been given all this stuff. I'd been given all this great responsibility and joy, and now I gotta take care of it. And once I let go of that, I became so much lighter. And I think once you let go of the things that you thought would help you, but you realize aren't helping you anymore, once you surrender the things that you thought would help you in the long run, but turns out are just bogging you down, I think you can become a lighter, freer person. I think you can embrace that and start the surrender, as we will, at least some of us, on Monday. Thank you. Back to our Toastmaster, our table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Donna. It's such a the beauty of the letting go itself, yeah. The one that you told us. All right, thank you, Toastmaster Donna. And then for the next one, we have several guests here. Soon to be Toastmaster Farah. Soon to be Toastmaster Farah. Do you want to try?
Hi, Toastmaster Akila. There's Farah here. Perhaps I would like to take this opportunity to share about. I will choose letting go of control.
All right, letting go of control.
Okay.
Here you go. Letting go of control, the art of surrender, the challenges of letting go. This is the prompt. You can disagree or you can agree or you can just tell any of your personal story or anything that you think of when you see this quote. Give me a sign when you're ready and the screen is yours.
Okay. So letting go of control for me means also surrender. We are all humans, so human have a limitation. I think all of us is agree human has a limitation, and I believe one of us is also a mother, one of us is also daughter, one of us is also student and teacher, any kind of occupation. However, we have to set a limit. We always try to do best. That's the essence of our life. If we have a goals, then we have to achieve it by do the best. However, we need to set of mind. We have to have a mindset that when we already put effort all the best, then my quote is always do the best and let God do the rest. So meaning we cannot put extra overthinking. We need also to have like to have a mindset that mental health is also important. So yes, put always do the best and let God do the rest.
All right, cool. Thank you so much to the Toastmaster Farah. It's such an inspiring quote that we got there. Do the best and let God do the rest. That's a really good quote that we can always hold on. Thank you, soon to be Toastmaster Farah. Maybe for the next, anyone wants to volunteer? Or do we have another guest here? I think we have several guests. Oh, Toastmaster Hani, do you want to volunteer?
Yes, I will try.
Okay, cool. Wait a second. Here you go. Which team do you want to choose?
Finding peace through acceptance.
Finding peace through acceptance here. Finding peace through acceptance, the idea of accepting what is beyond our control and finding peace within ourselves. That's the quote. You can agree or disagree, or you can share anything that you think of when you see this quote. Give me a sign when you are ready, Toastmaster Hadi. And the screen is yours.
Can we start?
Pardon?
Sometimes we need to accept that what we need our control in our mind. Because we cannot control the outside. Example, I need to accept myself and also deal with the things that I cannot control in outside, like I always heard every kind of the negative talk in the outside, like the others talk to me if negative things or any kind of scream out or any kind of bad words that I always hear from the outside. And it will be automatically accept with my mind. So after that, I cannot control myself and always give negative behavior to the others. I don't know how to accept and then give the response negative to others. It will automatically constant and since I was child until present. But I always practice myself after I heard and then I try to write it. What is it positive? What is it negative for me? So I can acceptance to myself and I already know myself. What is it good for me? So I will always accept the good things and I know to how behave to the others. Same meanings that it will be peace for myself because only ourselves that know more and know I can to behave in a positive way and respond to the others. Back to Madam Topic Masters.
Cool. Thank you, Toastmaster Hani, for also the good quote here that I received, that you cannot control the negative thing that you get to you, but you can control the outcome. You can positively give the outcome right there. Cool. Thank you, Toastmaster Hani. Maybe we have another three actually. Anyone wants to participate or anyone wants to volunteer? Okay. Or I will choose from one of our guests here. I think we have, wait a second. Or maybe visiting Toastmasters. How about DTM Tom? Do you want to try? Cool. Thank you. Any team that you want to choose?
The importance of compromise.
Importance of compromise. Here you go. The importance of compromise. Compromise, an agreement of or a settlement of a dispute that is reached by each side making consensus. Anytime you are ready, DTM Tom, the screen is yours.
Thank you very much, Madam Table Topics Master. The importance of compromise. As a young man, I didn't understand this concept. I was totally self-centered, It was all mine. It was always I wanted to win, and I didn't care if you won. I didn't want to share. But as I got older, I began to realize that win-win is the name of the game. It is important in order to create collaborations or even to develop relationships, to know when to give, to know when to share. And without compromise, the world is totally one-sided. My life is totally one-sided. Our lives are totally one-sided. So I had to learn the art of compromise, and it is an art. One of the things I do is I teach negotiations, and you always want to create a win-win situation in your relationships, in your workplace, and whatever you do. Giving, taking, sharing. I want to go see Shawshank Redemption. You want to see Top Gun. We need to compromise. Okay, Monday night, we'll go see what you want to see. Tuesday night, we'll go see what I want to see. Compromise. When we compromise, I find that my life is better. And so I walk into every situation looking for the opportunity to compromise. I don't do it 100% of the time perfectly, but I'm glad that the idea of compromise has become a part of my life so I can become aware of it. So compromise is a good thing, and it's something that you can learn. I have learned, and I'm practicing it. And every day I get just a little bit better. So compromise is a good thing. Back to you, Madam Table Topics.
Thank you so much, DTM Tom, for your for your thoughts and compromise itself. Compromise is really helping us in our daily basis, even with as simple as in our like friendship relationship. Even we have all of those compromise, give, take, and also shares itself. Thank you, DTM Tom. And then for the next, all right, for the next, maybe we can have another guest, but wait a second. Do maybe guess soon to be Master Ricky? Do you want to try? Ricky Dina, soon to be Master Ricky Dina, do you want to try? Or
My internet is recently unstable. May I just solve my internet first?
oh yeah, no worries, no worries. We have like two more teams, so you can go for the end of the team if you want. All
Okay.
right, cool. Thank you, Toastmaster. Soon to be Toastmaster Ricky. Ian. Anyone else? Maybe visiting Toastmaster Reynaldo. Do you want to try?
Hey, yeah, sure.
All right, cool. Here you go. We only have two left. Surrender as strength versus weakness or resistance to collaboration. Which one do you want to try?
Let's go for resistance to collaboration. Yeah.
All right, cool. Here you go. Resistance to collaboration. Surrender is the movement from fighting the inevitable to working with it. Joseph Campbell. Agree or disagree or anything that you want to share regarding to the quote? Anytime you are ready, Toastmaster Reynaldo, the screen is yours.
Surrender is the movement from fighting the inevitable to working with it. Well, I'm not totally sure, right, whether I'm agree or not. However, one thing for sure when it comes to collaboration is the ego, right? The ego is the one that becoming the barrier. We all know when it comes to skill, we can collaborate, right? No matter what kind of field that you're working in right now, whether it's in banking sector, private sector, right, government sector, anything, we all can collaborate as a human being. Of course, we need to analyze the cost and benefit analysis first, and then we tend to, want to have the win only without the win-win solution. Of course, the thing that driven us the most to that path is our ego. And this ego is certainly becoming the barrier, the resistance from us to collaborate or work with other human being. And from my own experience, I think as a teacher, it is important for not only me, but also my coworkers, right, my colleagues, to work together hand in hand to make sure that the materials that we are trying to deliver to our students is the one that's best for them. And of course, we need to tailor our approach as well because some people might need different approach. And that being said, the collaboration should be accentuated or emphasized because if I started to think that, well, my approach is the best one and the proof is this, right? Trying to cherry pick which one the evidence that support my own argument, right? That's started from ego. So ladies and gentlemen, I think uh we all already know when it comes to collaborate, when to collaborate, what are the things that we need to sacrifice and the things that we need to compromise. So let's need to watch out our ego, right? Because those are the things that most of the time becoming the barrier, not necessarily about the specificity or the details of the problems that we are trying to solve. So there you go. And back to you, Mr. Master Akila.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ronaldo. It was such a great uh, thoughts thing about the collaboration itself. So letting go of our ego to actually collaborate to something with someone else, maybe resulting something better than resisting ourselves with the ego from collaborating itself, if that makes sense. My conclusion, yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Ronaldo. All right, for the last topic, soon to be Toastmaster Ricky, do you want to try?
Okay, miss, because this is my first time joining this SCBD
Mm-hmm.
Toastmasters, may I have a little time to think about double topic?
Uh-huh.
May I have a little time to think about the double topic that I pick after this?
Of course, of
Okay.
course. You will have like 30 to 1 minutes if you want to think first.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
cool. This is the last theme for today, surrender. As a strength or weakness. So here is it. Is surrender always a sign of weakness? That's the question, Suntubitas Masariki. Do you need sometimes to actually think first? Yep, okay. Anytime you're ready, Suntubitas Masariki, the screen is yours.
Okay, I'm ready.
Cool. 1, 2,
So,
3.
I would like to discuss about my opinion about is surrender always a sign of weakness? And in my opinion, surrendering isn't always a sign of weakness. Sometimes it's actually a smart move. Imagine this. You are playing a game, but you realize you are not winning. Surrendering means you are saying, okay, you got me this time. It's not about being weak. It's about being realistic. And surrendering can actually be a sign of strength. It takes guts to admit when you are beat and to know when to step back. It's like saying, hey, I'm not going to waste my energy on something I can charge. But here's the thing, surrendering doesn't mean giving up altogether. It means knowing when to stop pushing against a brick wall and start looking for another way around. It's about being smart and choosing your battles wisely. So, no, surrendering isn't always a sign of weakness. Sometimes it's the bravest thing you can do. It's about knowing when to let go and move on to something better. And that uh, takes real strength. And one thing that I want to achieve is I want to be a person that supercalifragilisticexpialidocious person, and I'm not being surrendered for all the time in my journey. Thanks. Back to you, Miss Akila.
Thank you, Suntubitas Masariki. So choosing
Wow.
which stuff do we want to spend our energy with and knowing where to stop is something that is really good.
Yeah.
The surrender itself is not always a sign of weakness, it's also a sign of strength itself. Thank you,
Either we win
Suntubi.
or we learn.
Yeah, correct. Suntubi Toastmaster Ricky, thank you so much. All right, that's pretty much it for my session for today. Thank you guys for playing. Last but not least, surrender to what is. Say yes to life and see how life suddenly starts working for you rather than against you. That's pretty much it for the table topic session from me. I will give the control back to the Toastmaster of the meeting. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Akila. Wow, a very insightful topics. Amazing. Okay. Let me call the timer first for sharing her report. Toastmaster Florentina, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nanda. Everyone is eligible for voting. Back to you, Toastmaster Nanda. Yay!
Yay, congratulations. And now we already have the link to vote. So please vote your most favorite speakers. All right, while doing this, we will have a photo session. Toastmaster Donna, could you help me to take a picture?
Okay. Excuse me. Hi, everyone. Thank
You
you.
okay?
Yes, I'm okay. All right. I have put the screen on gallery. So if you could turn on your cameras and put on your best smiles, because we are going to pose. Guest Weka, guest Jade, are you guys available to be in the picture? Thank you. Let's take a picture in 3, 2, 1. Jepret. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Any type of pose you would like. Okay, hands all over the place in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster Donna. So this is the last session of this meeting, which means evaluation session. I want to call our general evaluator, DTM Tom, to share his evaluation and his team's evaluation. Without any further ado, DTM Tom Jones, please, the screen is yours.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster of the Day. We will now, as we know, everything in Toastmasters, you receive feedback and evaluations. And so tonight we have some excellent evaluators here this evening. Our first evaluation will come from Toastmaster Adrian for Toastmaster Wira. Toastmaster Adrian, please provide your feedback.
Hello. Okay. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Tom. So, tring, tring, tring. Wow. Toastmaster Wira's speech about having the awareness about the financial literacy could get us a fortune here. So I really like Toastmaster Wira's speech. There are two things that I like. The first one is the content structure. The content structure is really good, while the financial thing is a subject that's quite hard for us, but he sets up the mood, the context around it, about what is he going to talk about. That's really great. You really put the story about our parents that is put a more relevancy to that, for us to imagine what is the financial literacy is exactly is. So it's really great. You put the story about the parents, and then you have several quotes inside the speech, like a financial literacy is usually overlooked, and you compare it to the monkey in the banana factory, which is quite chaos itself, but yeah, we sometimes overlook it. And you also got the second quotes that I noticed, which is the every cloud has silver linings. That that means everything that has something that we need to look for. That's really great. And you end your message and your speech with a strong message there. So we can make more aware to our financial literacy. That's one. And then the second one, your speech, your gesture is so composed. You're literally like our financial advisor in your speech. Thank you. So you have the deep voice. You have this kind of gesture that informing us, and it can create the eligibility to whatever you want to talk about. Your deep voice is really great. And that's two. And to elevate more, there are also two things that I want to add. The first one is feel free. Feel adding more pause in your difficult speech can give us time to really understand what you want to talk about. Put some pause a little bit there in between your speech or between when you transitioning to the content and your jokes in the little bit at the end. That's one thing that I want you to improve on. And the second thing is to increase the dynamic range of your vocal variety. Like when you have the jokes in the end and almost in the end, it's really brilliant that you set up the hard things and you elevate something with lighter mood before you deliver your final message. I would dare you to add your dynamic range to when you telling us about the jokes. Why the banker so fast to switch carrier? It's because they lost interest. That would create elevate the ambience more. All in all, that's a good speech. And looking forward for your next speech. Back to you.
Thank you very, very much, Toastmaster Adrian. And now to provide feedback for Toastmaster Nabila, Toastmaster Saiful. Toastmaster Saiful.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Tom. Oh, I have back pain. I have no doubt it happened because my habit. I always sitting for a long time because I always overtime in my work and not always doing exercise. Toastmaster Nabila said, stand up and move your body. I thought, instead of standing up, how about sleeping? Sleeping can relax all of your body. But just kidding, anyway. Toastmaster Nabila, well done, mate. Good job. When you deliver your speech, I see you can pull attentions from your audience. Even some of the audience or participant, when listen your speech, they stood up. And I noticed you use your hands and your body to emphasize your messages, the importance of moving our body and attention, our sitting habit. And also, I saw that your eyes, your smile, your energy can make the topic that you bring us, that you bring to us is more important and more interesting. And in addition, in the end of the session, you gave to us the sample and related the sample, for example, like diabetes. This is the new point of view from the perspective of science and etc. And you emphasize your meaning. If we ignore our bad habit, which is sitting for a long time, we could have a disease like diabetes and so on. You have good in your hand gesture, you would have your energy, You can bring the audience, as I said before. And to make the speech become greater than before, I have a room, and there is a room to improve. For example, I thought when you deliver your speech, maybe you could explore the range of your voice. For example, if you give an example about an illness that we can get if we always sit, you can show your voice of surrender and sadness, etc. And also, you can explore your mimic in your face and your expression about sadness and surrender when you deliver the bad habit or the disease that you can get if we always sit and didn't move our body. But overall, very good, and you can complete the homework in your project in attracting in attracting people's attention by your point of view from science, by your hands and your voice. And I can wait to see your future speech, and good luck for your next speech. Thank you so much. Back to you, distinguished Toastmaster Tom.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Stifle. And now to provide feedback for Toastmaster Stifle, please welcome to the virtual stage, Toastmaster Donna.
Excuse me, are we not waiting for the third evaluator first?
Yes, you will. Well, you can provide feedback for Toastmaster Stifle. Was that a part of the, okay?
Yes, I was gonna speak last.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, then. All right. We will now move on to Toastmaster February for Toastmaster Hanny. Toastmaster February.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Tom. A moment that is unfair, but in that moment, we will always have hope from the situation. Dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, we have witnessed a very intriguing speech delivered from Toastmaster Hani with a very interesting topic from movies. So, Toastmaster Hani has delivered her speech titled The Brighter Side. I would like to point out some of her good points, which are her opening is very engaging. She engaged with questions that is very relatable to the audience, such as what is your favorite movies? And we see that the engagement is very good. And she is very comfortable with doing the storytelling of the movies. And her use of vocal variety to demonstrate the person in the movie is very on point, and I can firmly discern the person from her dialogue. And I noticed that her entire structure of speech is very good. She opens up with very engaging questions, and then she moves to explaining the story of the movie, and finally, she tells us the lesson learned and wrap up with a very strong closing. Like when she tells, oh, I noticed there is some suspicious person in the prison and so on and so forth, and she explained her lesson learned with persistence and seeing a better side of our adversity. So how can Toastmaster Hani elevate her speech more in the next coming session? Firstly, I would like to point out that she used gestures good, but I would like to also emphasize on the gesture itself to emphasize the points she delivers. For example, when she tells a story that the prisoner is digging a hole, she could use digging motions to really emphasize her point like this. And then to emphasize more of putting poster over the hole, she can try to use a more descriptive gestures such as putting the poster on the wall and then firmly patting it so that it will not be discovered by the guard. And the second point I would like to improve is her time management. So to be able to be voted, she must to comply to the time requirement. So I would like her to suggest to trim down the contents of her speech with main points only. And in the future, I would like her to challenge herself to share with us a story or a experience related to her own personal experience to make it more personal and more relatable to everybody else. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Frederick. And now we'll call on Toastmaster Donna to provide feedback for evaluator number 2, Toastmaster Seifel.
Thank you to our general evaluator. My back hasn't hurt yet, at least for now. Thank you to Cesar Scheifel for providing a hilarious intro and a great first-time evaluation. You sounded exactly like a seasoned pro. So Cesar Scheifel started out with a hilarious introduction with that back pain. And he also had very clear points. He mentioned about Toastmaster Nabila's audience engagement, and he mentioned her great body gestures by delivering her speech about standing up while standing up. And he mentioned that she also asked everyone to stand up, which most people did. And that was a great point that Toastmaster Scheifel managed to put into his evaluation. He had great structure as well. He had very clear pluses. He had very clear points of improvement with the vocal variety and facial expression for Toastmaster Nabila. And he also ended with a great summary and a great call to action for everyone in order to become a better speaker. Now, when it comes to the points of improvement for Toastmaster Scheifel moving forward, I believe that as I watched from this very peak of you starting with a point of humor, it went slightly down and down and down and down in terms of energy. I believe that you could use points in your evaluation to pick it back up like and maybe you were a little bit focused on delivering your points first rather than making sure that your delivery is on point as well, which it was, don't get me wrong. And second of all, you can use pauses and clear body gesture to separate between your parts of your evaluation. So after the end of your positives or strengths, you pause and say, now with the points of improvement. And when you go to your conclusion, whoa, with that said, the point of conclusions are X, Y, Z. Meanwhile, earlier, what I saw was that there is a little bit of blurring between the sections because those parts weren't emphasized enough. And lastly, please use, just as you have mentioned in your own evaluation, vocal variety and body gesture to strengthen your evaluation, not just at the beginning, to maintain the energy throughout your delivery. So great first-time evaluation, Toastmaster Scheifel. I'd like to challenge you to evaluate more often using these suggestions. You had great structure, clear points, and a hilarious introduction, but with that slow energy dip, you can use your vocal variety and body gesture to pick it back up. So that is all for me. I like to surrender the control back to our general evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Donna. And now we'll have our timer report from Toastmaster Leone. Toastmaster Leone.
Yeah. Everyone is eligible for voting except Toastmaster Adrian. It was 3 minutes 40 seconds. Back to you, General Evaluator.
You're still muted.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Leone. And now I will provide we will go for the grammarian report from Toastmaster Dita, the grammarian report.
You're still muted.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster TTM Tom. So for grammarian report, I will share my screen first. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. So for the grammarian report, basically we'll learn some word that we got from all of the speaker. And can anyone unmute yourself and say with me which are the correct pronouns for the all of the word that we learn from today's meeting? For the first, let me say for literacy. Can everyone say it with me?
Literacy.
Literacy. Literacy. Okay. And then the next is movie. Can everyone say with me? Movie.
Movie.
And then letting go.
Letting go.
Letting go.
And compromise.
Compromise.
And the last is acceptance.
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 Okay, thank you so much for fellow Toastmaster and guests. And it's not for you all learn from this word, but I'm learn from this word from your pronunciation, because I sometimes a mistake what to pronounce for all of these words. And we not only learn about the words, but we also learn about how we can implement this word in our daily life. For the first, we learn literacy from the Toastmaster Wira. We learn from the message from the movie that Toastmaster Hani said. And we need to letting go for all of the kind of bad things from our life, from all of the speaker and from the table topic speaker. And then we also learn about the compromise, about the bad things and the good things, are the hard things that we choose in our life. And the last, we have the acceptance our life. And for another things is, I realized that for the today's meeting, we learn about the last event, the last accident, or the last story that we tell to the everyone here. So please make sure we use the past tense when we deliver the speech and the message. And from all of the speaker, I really appreciate, because there is less for the mistake. And I just heard about some people for using the to be or the conjunction for the simple past, not a simple tense, not the past tense. I just found for the some people said have, which is when we tell about the past, we usually with using had. And for the are, we will choose for the were, just for the to be. And maybe for the some kind of the good things, it will be tell for the next evaluation as the grammar in the next meeting. And for the last, I will share about all of the remarkable thoughts from all of the speaker. For the first, I just learned from the Toastmaster Hani for the keep on the persistence, focus on solution, and find a good friends. Thank you for Toastmaster Hani. And then the next remarkable thought is from Toastmaster soon to be Toastmaster Farah, do the best and let the God get the rest. So it's the good things. And then we learn from the Toastmaster Wira, which is about the effective financial management not only lead to success, but also reduce stress, enhancing the overall quality of life. And another things we have the good remarkable from GTM Tom and soon to be Toastmaster Rizky, with the key message is knowing when to quit and surrender is how you win. Because sometimes when we quit, it's not we loser, but it's how we can get the win in our games. And the last, we have the word of the day, surrender. And to stop fighting a strong force, to forsake a beloved object. And for all of the table topic speaker using the surrender. And I really love with this grammar report with the example, letting go is part of the surrender. So please move on for all of the fellow Toastmasters for the betting on your life and please letting go. So it's all from me, DTM Tom, from my report back to our general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dita. And now for our counter and word of the day report, Toastmaster Wilson, please. Toastmaster Wilson.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Tom, for the opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, here I am ready to nitpick every little thing that you said in your speech. So no time to fight back, just surrender yourself to this report. Now, let us talk about the role takers first. Now, the role takers, I saw two people who spoke the word of the day, surrender, who are the Toastmaster of the meeting, Nanda, and also the general evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Tom. Thank you very much for saying the word of the day. Now, let us move on to the speakers. Sorry, I noticed that only the second speaker, Toastmaster Nabila, spoke the word of the day, which is surrender. Thank you very much for doing that. And moving on to the table topic session, I noticed two people who spoke the surrender word, who are Toastmaster Reynaldo from Ultimate Toastmasters Club. Thank you very much. And also soon to be Toastmaster Ricky as the last table topic speaker. Well done for remembering to use the word of the day. Now, moving on to the worst part of the report. Now, talking about filler words, I noticed that the Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Nanda, used 5 R's. And I also noticed 2 repeated words, 3, 4 actually. You said before, repeatedly, could you, I will, and evaluator. Now, this is something that I noticed that when we are fumbling, we tend to think that the word we used are wrong, so we want to repeat to the first words. And in any case, I think that if you want to fix that, you have to think that your words are not a mistake. So if you fumble in the middle, like me just now, you should be able to continue from where you left or simply say sorry and then moving on. Now, I also noticed that when you use and the repeated words, it was most prominent when you were responding to an answer. So for example, Toastmaster Nanda asked me a question and I answer. And then Toastmaster Nanda, when responding to my answer, it was when she used a lot of the filler words. Now, General Evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Tom, no issue from you, congratulations. I did notice one thing though, that you repeated one phrase, which is thank you very much twice, but that's okay. And then for the timer, Toastmaster Florentina, you used one For the grammarian, Toastmaster Dede, this is shocking. You didn't use any of the filler words, congratulations. But you did repeat the words grammarian and the, which is fine, only 2 words, that's fine. And the ballot counter, Toastmaster Leonie, you used one A. And then for the speaker, Toastmaster Wira, the first speaker, used 2 A's, 1 and 2 R's. And the words that you repeated were so and to, no problem, keep it up. And then the second speaker, Toastmaster Nabila, only 1 and I noticed that you pause a lot when you're at a loss of words. This is a very good technique. So when you're about to fumble, just control yourself. Don't speak about anything. You can just pause for 1 to 2 seconds, and then you can continue. While people will notice that you're pausing when you're forgetting something, it is significantly better than just using a filler word because it is a bad habit. Now, the third speaker, Toastmaster Honey, congratulations, no filler words at all, but you did repeat 2 words, which were bring and he. Now, for the table topic session, I noticed that first speaker, Toastmaster Donna, used 3 arms, and I also noticed you repeated the word I and around. And there is one thing that I noticed, that you used a lot of the let go word. This is unfortunate because you could have switched the let go word with surrender. They basically mean the same thing. So I noticed that you said let go 2 times or 3 times. And if you were to switch only one of them into the surrender word, then you would have gotten yourself a point. But that's okay. That's it for another lesson. Now, for Toastmaster Farah, you said 4 us and 6 arms. That is okay. We are still learning how to speak without any filler words. And you did repeat 2 phrases, which were I would and. That's also fine. The third table topic speaker, Toastmaster Honey, only spoke 1 ah. Congratulations, that is a job well done. The fourth table topic speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Tom, did not use any filler words and did not repeat any words. Congratulations, as expected from the past international director. Thank you very much for giving us a good example. And for the fifth table topic speaker, Toastmaster Reynaldo, you used 1 ah. You used a repeated word, which is 2. And I noticed from you that when you are at a loss of words, you tend to use and as a filler word. Now, there is a difference when you say ladies and gentlemen, and when you say the word and as a filler. Do you get what I mean? Because when you say ladies and gentlemen, the N is very short and it fulfills its role as a conjunction. But when you use and in order to fill the words as well as to connect your previous phrase to the second phrase, the and becomes so much longer. And I would want to suggest you to be aware of the way you use and as a filler word and maybe try to reduce it when you do your next speech. And last but not least, for our table topic speaker, only soon to be Toastmaster Ricky, only 1 ah. Congratulations. Now, for the last but not least, evaluator. Evaluator 1, Toastmaster Adrian, no filler words. You used 1 repeated words, which is and. Congratulations. Good job. For the second evaluator, Toastmaster Siaiful, you only said 1 and then you did repeat 2 long phrases, which was that you bring to us. You said that exact phrase twice. And then if you give 3 words, you said it twice. Toastmaster Feb from Gunung Sewu, congratulations. You did not use any filler words. Well done to you on that. And then you also used only 1 repeated word, which is interesting. Now, the last but not least, Toastmaster Donna, you used 1 ah and 2 ums, but that is understandable because you had so little time to prepare for the evaluation. And then your repeated word was 4. Now, that is it for my little nitpicking. I hope, I don't mind if you hate me for this. But what I wanted to share with you is that filler words may seem so simple and small. But if people pay attention to what you're speaking, then they will notice those small things, especially when your speech topic is so immersive, it's so engaging. When people pay so much attention to you, then you may want to make sure that you maintain those engagement and leave out those filler words in order to make them feel, this person is such an influential speaker. Now, that will be all from me. Thank you. Back to distinguished Toastmaster Tom.
Thank you very much to our passionate R counter. And now for the general evaluation of the meeting. First of all, I arrived at my time, 5:45 p.m., your time, 8:45 a.m. Happy morning to everyone, first of all. I came into the meeting, I arrived, and I was greeted warmly by the president, and I was made to feel welcome. The Toastmasters mission statement says, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting and greater self-confidence and personal growth. So the role of the evaluator, the general evaluator, in my opinion, is to see if that occurred in this meeting. Was the meeting fun? Was it a safe place? And did we learn anything? But from the very beginning, this has been an inspiring meeting for me. My meetings are different in Vancouver, but they're the same. But the energy level in this room was absolutely amazing, and I really appreciate it, and thank you all for that. The meeting started on time. It actually started a little bit earlier. I love the house rules that they were presented to the group because it gave us order. Here's who we are, and here's what we do. I love the phrase "happy morning." It is a positive message. Happy morning, everyone. Happy morning. I love the manifesto or the vision and the mission of the club, who you are and what you stand for. The interactive opening by Toastmaster Nanda was just absolutely vibrant and positive, and it set the stage for what was to come during the meeting. All of the functionaries explained their roles very professionally. They had solid explanations. They were efficient. Their voice pacing, the way they convey, it was very professional. One of the things that I observed in this meeting this evening was the passion and how proud I am to be a Toastmaster, as I wish that I knew about Toastmasters when I was your age. You guys are excellent examples and role models. The introduction of the speakers was all done excellent, and the segues by the chairperson, the Toastmaster of the day, was just exquisite as she went on to just transition between every speaker. The evaluators who introduced the speakers did an excellent job of saying just enough to whet your interest so that you wanted to hear the speaker. So it was very well done. Table topics. Akila, Toastmaster Akila. She explained the role. She invited the guests to participate. I love how the questions had prompts. She shared with us, you could agree or disagree. That helps you to do table topics because a lot of times you don't know what is the procedure for doing it. Agree, disagree, or make a new point. The growth point that I would have is, and it's just, maybe I didn't see it. I heard the encouragement that everyone gave and provided to each other. I didn't see a lot of clapping or that, and that's may not be here the way you do it, but it's even more encouraging when people see you doing that. Let's see. Doing table topics, Toastmaster Akila, one of the things that I admired so much was the patience she had with the very last guest who spoke, Toastmaster Risky. And his answer to the question was so fantastic, but I think it was all about the way she gave him time and set the stage for him. So very well done, Toastmaster Akila. The evaluators, let's see. All of the feedback from the evaluators were speeches in and of themselves. Toastmaster Adrian, body language, his point. I love the credit cards, the way he used them as he made each point. The only thing I would say is for the last point, there was no credit card and I was waiting to see one, but very well done. Toastmaster Seifel for Toastmaster Nebula. Had a great attention grabber, ouch, ouch, out. He started with humor, excellent pacing and pausing while sharing encouragement, growth point with an example. Everyone tonight gave growth points or points of improvement, but gave examples of how to make it better. That was well done. All of the evaluators summarized their evaluation or their feedback. Very well done. I liked how Toastmaster Fabrice said, how can Toastmaster Hani improve that presentation? Then, for example, and then gave her a very gentle reminder about time management, which we all need to be aware of. Toastmaster Donna on Toastmaster Disciple. An excellent evaluation of an evaluation. One of the things that one of the points I'd like to make is that when providing feedback or evaluation on a presentation, it's about the presentation. Even though we can discuss the material itself, it is about the presentation. I love the examples Toastmaster Donna gave on how Toastmaster Disciple could modulate his voice and make it better. She gave examples, and I enjoyed that. The grammarian, all of the grammarian, Toastmaster Dita, excellent job. Love the setup, love the verbs. English is my first language, right? But I learned from you guys because some of this stuff I don't know. I know how to speak it, but I don't know why. And I think the excellent emphasis on English grammar was so well done here. And that's how you become better in communication, by learning all these fine points. So excellent job, Toastmaster Dita. And our icon, the passionate icon, I will call you from now on, an in-depth report. You described how to overcome the stumbling. You told us how to overcome the filler words. And that to me was a very positive thing and very well done. The only feedback I would give is the camera, you were looking this way a lot. And I have these big screens in front of me and I can do that too. But it did not take away from the presentation. All in all, did I learn something? Yes. Did I enjoy myself? Yes. Would I come back again? Yes. This has been a great meeting, excellently managed. And thank you, Toastmaster Leone, for inviting me here. Back to you, Toastmaster Nanda.
Yes, thank you, our general evaluator. Wow, a very comprehensive evaluation and very detailed. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Tom. So let's call for Hall of Fame. It will be shared by Toastmaster Leonie. Toastmaster Leonie, the screen is yours.
All right. Happy morning, everyone. It's me again. And now we're come to the exciting part of this session, this meeting. That is the Hall of Fame. So can you guys unmute yourself because I need your help to give a drum roll for first one. Most favorite prepared speech speaker. Please give a drum roll. I love your creativity. And the one who is to be the most favorite prepared speech speaker for today is Toastmaster Nabila. Congratulations. Toastmaster Nabila.
Congratulations.
Good job, Toastmaster Nabila. Can I have someone to give a spotlight and
3, 2, 1. There we go.
all right. Thank you, Professor Donna, for taking pictures. And now let's move on to the next most favorite table topic speaker. Drum roll again, please. All right. The most favorite table topic speaker is visiting Toastmasters Reynaldo from the Ultimate Toastmasters Club. Congratulations. Visiting Toastmasters Reynaldo, please give a big round of applause for Toastmasters Reynaldo and have a spotlight maybe. Is he still here?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh.
Right.
Toastmaster Donna, can you help?
Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. Thank you.
All right. Now for the last person that we're going to have an award for is our most favorite evaluator. Give a round of a drum roll, please. Yes, the most favorite evaluator for today would be our own VPE Toastmaster Donna. Congratulations, Toastmaster Donna. Can you screenshot yourself?
That's great. Okay, in 3, 2, 1.
So that is all for me as a bell counter, but I do still have one favorite person of the year, and that is our vice president of membership, Toastmaster Adrian. So if you have any questions about our meeting, about how to join our club and have a happy morning every day in your life, please contact our VP of membership, Toastmaster Adrian, and this contact numbers. Okay? So that is all from me, and back to you, Toastmasters of the meeting.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Leonie. So, because we already know who's the most favorite speaker today, it means that the meeting will end. So, I want to thank you for conducting this meeting and for inviting me, Toastmaster Donna. And for my closing remarks, I just want to say welcome Ramadan for people who have who needs to do that, and also sometimes being decided to surrender is a best choice because we need that's it okay to take a break. I think that's all from me. I will give the control back to our president, Toastmaster Andika. Thank
Thank you so much, and let's give a big round of applause for our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Nanda, who is from Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters Club. I think she had a great job, and then we had done a great job in make this meeting exciting. And I would like to also thank our past international director, distinguished Toastmaster Tom Jones, who is coming from afar to our meeting and share his insights, and also to the presidents of Ultimate Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Reynaldo, the president of the Metropolitan Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Wilson, the president of Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Nanda, the VP Education of, the president of Gunung Sewu, Toastmaster Febri, and the VP Education of Gunung Sewu, also Toastmaster Flo. Did I miss anyone? And then our beloved members and also distinguished guests. And I like that we have make our energy remain high in this Saturday morning. And I said this is not a lazy Saturday morning, although it's raining. But then we can see from all your expressions that you enjoy this meeting. And please stay tuned to our Instagram, because next week we are going to have an educational speech, and we are featuring our neighbor Toastmaster, who is Toastmaster Yusmarto from Jakarta Toastmaster Club, and he will talk about how applying 3-act movie structures to your speeches. As you can see here, because we all love movies, and how can we leverage our speech by applying 3-act movie structures. And also, I would like to remind you that please come to our meeting in Ramadan until March 30th. Our schedule changed to Saturday morning, 9 to 11 a.m. GMT +7. So for those of you who are in different time zones, please welcome. So if we can have you here, we will be very glad. Well, I think with the power vested in me, I adjourn this meeting, and please stay healthy and stay happy. Happy morning. Thank you, everyone.
Happy morning.
Happy morning,
Morning,
everyone.
everyone.
Have a good one, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you,
Bye. Thank you so
Leonie.
much.